We can't time out this type of miracle, but we have vets in the building 24/7 to make sure everything is going smoothly, so stop in throughout the day to see if you can catch one of the births.
This is a female. She is used for many different things. You can tell because the females have a vulva and the males have a penis. So the males and females can be used for market and breeding, but they use the gender to sort them into whatever category they need.
All the animals come from local farmers. We make sure that they have the same care here as they do at their farms back home. For example, all of the poultry come from a hatchery located in central Minnesota.
In the barn this year we had Holstein cows, which are dairy cows, and we had some beef cows, which were Semitas. We know these are these breeds because of their characteristics. So if you look at the beef cattle, they have the white face and the full black body. And the dairy cows, whichever you would prefer, if they're black with white spots or if they're white with black spots. There's other breeds too. Those aren't just the breeds that we have.
Farmers use ear tags for each individual animal to keep records for their health and reproduction, and each ear tag is the identification for each individual. Swine has notches, which is also a series of numbers to help keep records as well.
It just depends on the farmers and their traditions. So whatever they prefer, it just depends on them and then what resources they have.
It really depends on how much the farmer has space to allow the chickens to be in and what market they want to go into. It doesn't have any effect on the nutritional value of the eggs, and at the end of the day, no matter what system you use, the healthcare and safety of the animals is always top priority.
For our beef cow, she was born in April, and she's about 800 pounds for 5 months or so she's doing good on that. When she gets older, she'll get weaned in about 6 months, so pretty soon here. And when she is about fully grown, she'll be at 1,200 to 1,400 pounds, and they'll be about 12 to 14 months old. And they'll either be a breeding animal or a market animal, just depending on what that farmer decides for them.
So the animals that do go home from the Miracle of Birth Center end up going back to the same farm, and those are cattle, sheep, and goats. The other animals don't go back to their farms for biosecurity reasons, because we don't want them or the animals at that farm to get sick, so they go to a different farm.
Most farmers work with a professional nutritionist, which they then, as their job, provide a ration for these animals. So like right now, the baby calves are on milk right now, and eventually they will get put on and introduced to some feed. And our beef cows and our dairy cows are just on a simple ration with some beef pulp and grain.
So the manure that's acquired here over the 12 days of the Minnesota State Fair is used by local farmers to be spread in their fields. And the farmers apply the manure in their fields based by the guidelines set by the University of Minnesota. Farmers do their best to keep their land and the environment healthy.
Farmers use farrowing stalls to help protect their piglets. The mama sow, she's allowed to stand up. She can roll around to either side of what she wants. It's her choice. The bars on the farrowing stall help her so she can lay down more slowly so the piglets have a chance to get out of the way. The sow has an unlimited food supply and water supply 24/7. Farmers use science and research to help determine what's best for their farm. That is why we use farrowing stalls.
For our beef cattle, we tend to look for genetics that have a more mothering ability. So when they're out in the pasture, they're more aggressive and wanting to take care of their baby. And for our dairy cattle, they still do have mothering instincts, they're just not as high because our dairy cattle are used for more production and structure.
We're going to feed our calves a calf milk replacer. This is formulated specifically for them, made by a nutritionist. And then some of these cows are going to be used as future dairy cows if they're female.